And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for today's episode of Star Wars: The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 6, directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay, so this was a very interesting episode because it was kind of short in a way. I mean, it kind of went by quick. I mean, so anyway, we all know, in spoilers, if you have not seen this episode yet or caught up at all, we all know Bo-Katan and Mando. They're back with the Mandalorian now, and but they want to extend their family branch a little bit. Bo-Katan used to have her, I guess, followers before she was, kind of banned from being part of the Mandalorian until she got the Darksaber in her hand again. So she had a group of friends, and now they're basically just being bounty hunters for hire. And she wants to go find them to extend up Olive Branch and have them come join the Mandalorians and know the ways and learn the ways of being Mandalorian and bring Mandalorian back to its former glory. Sounds simple. So, they're going through the galaxy doing their thing. Bo-Katan, Mando, Grogu. They come across this planet where the king and queen they're having a little bit of a problem. And the king and queen are played by, obviously, Jack Black and Lizzo, which threw me off a little bit because I never thought I'd ever see Jack Black in a Star Wars anything. So that was actually really cool. Unless it was a voiceover work. But him being like the king of the place, or the main supreme leader, or whatever you want to call it, he was there with his wife Lizzo, played by Lizzo, and she was great. So I thought that was funny and awesome to see that the two of them were there. And I thought their chemistry was pretty cool, and she had a cool little liking towards Grogu, so I thought that was cute as well. So they have a situation. They have a situation where some of their droids in their facility going kind of crazy, kind of haywire. So they asked Mando and Bo-Katan to be like, hey, can you guys give us a hand? We could talk to the Republic. Maybe you guys can have, Mandalorian, be an actual planet again, and people can recognize it and all that. We will help you, you help us, kind of thing. So they're like, all right, fine. We got 2 minutes to spare. So they go around, they start questioning, the droids, about the droids and why the droids are malfunctioning and all this and that. Then we find out they go to this local bar that only serves droids, because it's kind of like a throwback when Episode 4, when Luke goes to the cantina bar, and the droids are not welcome there. So it's kind of cool that the droids have their own bar now. So I thought that was a cool little throwback to Episode 4. Because remember, in Episode 4, hey, we don't serve their kind here. Your droids have to be outside. So I thought it was a nice little touch where they just walk in and all droids. So, although it would be more funnier if the droids told the humans, hey, get out of here. This is our place. But unfortunately, they didn't. But it was a nice little throwback nonetheless. But anyway, they find out that the droids take this special, I guess, drink in a way that cleans their machinery and all that. It got tampered with, and unfortunately they go to the main, I guess, chief of all the droids and who's in charge of all the droids, and is this one guy who's actually played by Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown himself. So another cool little cameo in here in Star Wars. So I thought that was cool, seeing Doc Brown in this. Christopher Lloyd, I love Christopher Lloyd, he's great. So that was kind of cool. So apparently they come back to it. They find out that, hey, he's been doing this to the droids because he wants to go back to the old ways when the Separatists were in charge. Count Dooku, all those. He doesn't want the Empire. He doesn't want, the Republic. He just wants to be back, kind of like what Dooku was back in the day. And he got angry at the fact that Dooku died. And, they shut down all the droids and all this and that. And they were battle droids. Some of these were battle droids from, like, Phantom Menace battle droids. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But, it kind of happened quick. They went in, they fought a droid, and then they caught Christopher Lloyd. And then that's pretty much it. And then the reward, they got to meet the other Mandalorian that they kind of, Jack Black and Lizzo, or the King and Queen, hired to get information from them, send them on their path, and they went to go talk to them. And of course, Bo-Katan challenges the new leader of her old squad, and we all knew Bo-Katan was gonna win, so she wins. But they were still kind of hesitant to have Bo-Katan be the leader due to the fact that she doesn't have a darksaber. Until Mando told the people, or the team, also with Mercedes Monet, aka Sasha Banks, she's still a part of it, so I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, listen, she saved my life. I got into a scrap. She saved my life. The guy who captured me was the new owner of the darksaber. She beat him, saving my life. So now she is the owner of the darksaber. So basically, Mando gave Bo-Katan the darksaber out of a technicality, which reminded me a lot of Harry Potter. Now, hear me out for a minute. In Harry Potter, we all know the most powerful wand in Harry Potter is the Elder Wand. Now, if you know your Harry Potter lore, in Harry Potter, when Grindelwald first had it, he lost to Dumbledore. Dumbledore had it, kept it all through his lifetime, until Malfoy disarmed him, and then, Harry disarmed him on a technicality, in a way, just by disarming him, and he became possessed of the Elder One. It's basically the same concept here with the Darksaber. You beat the person who has it, or in a way, and then you get it. So by Mando saying that, yeah, she saved my life, was basically a small way of disarming the person who had the Darksaber. So in a way, it kind of reminded me of what Harry Potter does. If you disarm somebody with their wand, you automatically get that wand. Well, if you hold in the Elder One, I'm saying, because when Harry, he just grabbed, Malfoy's wand and the other wand, because he had all the wands in his hand. He grabbed he didn't even have possession of the Elder One. He just grabbed it, and then Harry gained possession of the Elder One in a technicality. But it's kind of like that, where, yeah, Bo-Katan did save Mando from when he was captured, but the guy technically threw his Darksaber away when he was taking away his weapons. Sure, you can say that he kind of disarmed him, and then when Bo-Katan beat him, she got possession of it. So it's very, very, here and here to say how you can disarm somebody for the certain weapon. But yeah, in a way, she does have sorry, I'm getting the two things mixed up now. She's technically now she owns the Darksaber. Back in the day when if you have like a remote control and then somebody else is grabbing, are they in possession of the remote control now? Kind of, yeah. But then technically, if it's your house, it's very confusing. But yeah, I get something like that. I'm just trying to figure out a way to say it without actually being all confusing. But yeah, it was a cool little way to say it, that she got the Darksaber on a technicality. But I thought that was cool anyway. Bo-Katan needed the Darksaber, and I still want to know how Sabine lost it in the first place. But because and how did Darth Maul lose it in the first place too? Because the last time we saw it, he actually had the Darksaber. But that's here or there to say. But anyway, it was an okay episode. I do wish we would have got a little bit more out of it. Because honestly, the whole little side mission with them fighting the little droids was just okay. Cool cameos, great. Yeah, I love seeing Jack Black. Lizzo's cool too. And who doesn't love Christopher Lloyd? That was fine. But, give us something a little bit more, I guess. And the whole thing with the Darksaber at the end, I thought that was kind of like forcing, so that way they can go to the next, plot of the story of whatever this whole season is supposed to be about. But, what can you do? But it was still fun to watch, and, what can you do? So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and how do you guys feel the fact that Bo-Katan's got the Darksaber in her possession now on a technicality, in a way. I see it as a technicality, but okay, sure. If you want to go that way, fine. So, how do you guys feel about it? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.